Hey y'all, hey, it's your favorite girl in the world, D Ford, and you already know the Culturally Connected is still here, rocking and rolling with you for our 29 days of Black History in Shreveport. And I have the amazing, the beautiful, one of my sheroes, guys, the amazing Miss Kimberly Sandifer. How are you today?
I'm awesome. It is Sunday, the sun is shining, it's not too cold, and it's not too hot, so I am doing amazing.
It's perfect, right?
Yes.
It's perfect in its own.
Yes.
This good old Sunday in Black History Month. So, as I said, Kim, we are celebrating Black History Month. So I want to ask you first, what does Black history mean to you?
Black history means so much to me. It's such a broad subject. But for me personally, knowing, well, I'm not going to tell my age. However, there was a point in time in school where it was, how do I say this? We only got a little bit of Black history. As I become a more seasoned adult, let me say that again. As I become a more seasoned adult, I know that Black history is behind most everything we see today. Black history is more than I could have ever imagined.
Right.
But for me personally, I believe Black history is something that not only needs to be talked about 29 or 28 days a year. We need to consistently talk about this every day.
Every single day.
Not just for us, but for our children, our children's children, our great grandchildren need to know that we are the pioneers behind most everything that you see successful today. Lights, the brain surgeon.
It's funny you said that because as a mom, you're a mom of kids, and Matthew, my baby boy, he is a questionnaire. He's gonna ask question.
12, 11, 13.
He's 13. And so, but he was about 9 at the time, and he was like, we were sitting at a red light, and he was like, Ma, why does the yellow light on the red light mean yellow and the red light mean red? Why red don't mean slow down and yellow doesn't mean? And I was like, I don't know, Google it, right? And so when I told him to Google it, he literally went and Googled it, and then he found out the history of the stoplight. And he was so amazed at the fact that a Black man created it. So and that just goes to say what you were saying about how it's something that needs to be spoken about all the time. It's kids who sit with this mini computer in their hands all day and don't know that a Black man is the person who invented the phone. Right? So it is just so important that we continue to have those conversations, like you said, for the generations behind us. Is there a certain piece of history? Is there anything in Black history, anything in Black history for Shreveport? Is there any piece of Black history that really sticks out and it is special to you?
There is definitely a lot of Black history that sticks out to me. It's just not one thing. Too many times when you sit down to write about what Black history means to you, of course, we do this often, right? It starts out as, okay, well, I'm just gonna make this a paragraph. Well, it turns into almost a book, y'all.
Yes.
A book, and that's no joke. I mean, a book, simply because there's so many things, that makes Black history Black history. There's so many people, so many situations. We just went through one with in 2020, not just COVID. I mean, everybody's talking about COVID, which COVID is still standing. You guys still wear a mask up, wash your hands, do all those good things. However, I think we were all afraid that racism was about to come back in full force. And that's another portion of history. So when we talk about Black history, there's not just one thing that sticks out. It's a collective of things that sticks out. But for me and my children and my grandchildren that we're raising in today's world, I want them to just always remember where it all began. Don't ever forget where you came from, where your people came from, and the struggles that they went through to bring us to where we are today. Quite often, I look at certain things through my seasoned eyes, and I'm like, man, I think people are forgetting the roads that were paved for us to be where we are today. When we see women out, just relaxed, and I'm saying relaxed in how they're wearing their clothes and hair. I remember a time, and I remember this not because I was born then, but I remember it because it was in all movies and where you know, you didn't send your kids out, and you know, unless their face was clean, their hair, you know, hair laid, and women went out on Sunday afternoon dressed like we're dressed right now, because that's where the word Sunday's best come from. Because you had on the best clothes in your closet on a Sunday afternoon. So with that being said, I would just want people to remember, always remember Black history. Always remember the people that paved the way for us to be to where we are today. We still got a long way to go.
We have not arrived, so we have a ways to go.
We have come a long way. So
cool. So just another little part that I wanted to talk to about with Black history with you, because it's something that's near and dear to my heart, and it's something that we're a part of. We are part of an organization called NABFIM, and that's an organization, a nationwide organization for Black women in the business and entertainment and the film industry. In a day and time like now, do you think that we would have had a nap film back in the day?
I tell you, honey, we would have been back in the back alley.
They would have hung us, because they would have been like, "Oh, y'all think y'all
are Black women?"
Yes.
It's not that yes, Black would be an issue,
yes,
but now we're women,
and that's why I wanted to speak about NABFIM. I wanted to talk about the women, the role that women play in Black history, because Black history, all of our forefathers and our ancestors, they fought and did those things like that, but it was really the women who really pushed this trajectory, this freedom march forward, and it brought about things like NABFIM. So let's talk about NABFIM a little bit. Shouts out to our amazing founder, because she is a historian herself.
Yes, Johnny Walker.
Yes.
Look her up, Google her.
Yes, Johnny Walker, Black woman historian, big time in radio. One of the first Black,
one of
the first Black VPs or female VPs. For Def Jam. So just all sorts of amazingness. But how important are groups like NABFIM to history, or to Black history?
It is so important, Dorian. It is so important because, when we speak of our organization, there's two caveats in it. There's one, that we're Black, and then there's two, that we're women. And, it's one thing to just be a Black person, but it's another thing to be a Black woman in the industry.
Yes.
I was actually just speaking to a gentleman a couple of days ago, he's not young, he's young at heart, but who has been in the industry for quite some time, and he's high up in the rankings. And we were discussing women, how hard they have it in the industry. And when I brought it up to him in the organization, he sit back and he just kind of looked at me and he said, "Well, you know what, Kimberly, I will tell you this, women have it hard in our industry." And we're speaking of the entertainment industry, guys.
Right.
I could go on and on and on about that. But we'll save that for Women Music Month next month, and we'll talk more about that then. However, NABFIM, we are the National Association of Black Female Executives in Music and Entertainment. And we are a resource base for women in the industry. We provide workshops, we provide mentorships, we provide just tools of service that women may need to navigate such a fickle industry.
Yes.
Now, that's not to say we don't have men in our organization. We call them NABFIM Rocks.
Oh yes, now I'm about to say, wait a minute, NABFIM Rocks.
Yes, NABFIM Rocks. Those are the guys who are the backbone of our industry. And please check our website out at nabfem.org.
Yes,
and that's NABFEME.org.
Yep. So guys, from Black history in Shreveport to Black history globally, it is so very important, and especially for women, we play such a huge role in Black history. So we just wanted to come and sit. Definitely wanted to talk to Kim and get her information and get how important Black history is to her. Do you have any other piece of advice, anything else you would like to leave the people before we wrap up our interview?
Of course, I would always say that in everything you do, take pride in what you do. Take pride in the product you put out. Take pride in what you say and how you carry yourself. That is of an essence of what our ancestors and the people before us, those of them who paved the way for us, would like to see. So take pride in what you do.
Yes. I love that. Pastor Nara said earlier today, for you not to take pride and for you not to do better for yourself is a slap in the face of our ancestors. So let's not slap our ancestors in the face. Let's do what Kim said, and let's make sure that we take pride and keep who we are at heart. We love you guys so much. Don't forget to stay connected. Peace. Hey y'all, hey, it's your favorite girl in the world, D4.
And it's your boy T Vocals, man.
Stay connected.